How does Viking linguistic heritage influence modern Scandinavian words? Imagine walking through a Scandinavian city and hearing words that sound familiar, almost like echoes from long ago. That's because the language of the Vikings still lives on today. The Viking linguistic heritage, mainly based on Old Norse, is the root of the languages spoken in Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Iceland, and the Faroe Islands. Old Norse was the common tongue during the Viking Age, which lasted from the late 8th century to the 11th century. Over time, this language split into different dialects: West Norse, which includes Old Norwegian and Old Icelandic, and East Norse, which covers Old Danish and Old Swedish. These dialects shape the modern languages we see today. Icelandic is very close to Old Norse, so much so that Icelanders can read Viking sagas in their original form with little trouble. Norwegian, Danish, and Swedish have evolved more but still share a lot of vocabulary, grammar, and sounds from their Viking ancestors. When you learn basic phrases in Scandinavian languages, you might notice words that seem familiar. Many everyday words for family, nature, and numbers come straight from Old Norse roots. For example, the word for mother in Swedish is moder, which is very similar to the Old Norse maðir. Grammar features like verb endings and noun cases also come from Viking times, especially in Icelandic and Faroese. During the Viking Age and afterward, Old Norse mixed with other languages through trade and conquest. This exchange brought new words into the language, especially from Middle Low German during the Hanseatic League period. Many place names in Scandinavia also come from Old Norse words describing landforms or settlements, like Oslo, which means meadow at the foot of a hill. These names carry stories and history from Viking times. Because all these languages share a common Viking past, they are still somewhat understandable to each other, strengthening cultural bonds. When you learn basic phrases, recognizing roots from Old Norse makes it easier to pick up other Scandinavian languages. Words for hello, thank you, or goodbye often have similar forms across the region. So, Viking linguistic heritage isn't just history, it's a living part of how people communicate today. It shapes the words we use and keeps the stories of the Vikings alive in everyday life.